Hello, everybody. Welcome to our new channel. This is the first video of many videos, actually, and I haven't done too many videos in the past. I think my last videos were maybe back in 2016 with regards to Turn Your Life into Living. So, introducing myself, my name is Robbie McLean. My wife's name is Vivian McLean. She's actually off on a meditation manifesting retreat today. So I'm left here to hold the video gun. So a little bit about me. So we'll start from the very start. I died July the 19th, 2021 during major open heart surgery. And at the time, I guess I was very, very, very ill. Coming up to the beginning of the surgery, battling through life, work-wise, wow, working 80, 90 hours a week in construction as a construction site manager, pushing the limits, climbing the, I guess, to achievement. Also, running big projects up to running like 2 tower cranes, 2 8-story residential buildings, as well as 37 townhouses at once, running a team of gentlemen and female in my crew, as well as organising, travelling. You're up at 4 o'clock in the morning, home at sort of 8 o'clock at night, 6 days a week for many years, and you actually get what you call burnt out and end up with adrenal fatigue, and life becomes a struggle. So with that there, I started to have heart failure. So the heart failure got worse from 2015 through to obviously 2021. So with my wife, she's actually a cardiac nurse when we were back in Australia there at Gosford Hospital. And I had a great cardiologist. So they were monitoring me, but my valve, your valve's normally 20 millimeters. My valve had closed up to 3 millimeters. So the valve was only just pumping blood through to my brain. So that's your aortic valve. Also, a couple of days before the surgery, they found I had a massive aneurysm up the top of my heart, probably the size of a tomato. So with an aneurysm, that was ready to burst. So I faded very quickly. I was very ill, lying in bed, and I had the cats lying all over me. My dog Arnie, he's a beautiful Labrador. If I could make it out of bed or give him a pat, and he'd just put his arm on me like this, and snuggle, and like he knew something was up as well. I faded very quickly. All I wanted to do was sleep, just sleep, sleep, sleep. I wasn't much good for anything. My face was grey. I looked very old, and I was really struggling. So I was very lucky. This was during the COVID pandemic, and my wife made a call to Dennis, the cardiologist, to get me into hospital very quickly. So, and that happened very quickly. I was into hospital, and I was so lucky. This was during lockdown, and 1 week after the surgery, they stopped all elective surgeries. So as I'm sitting here speaking to you today, I'm very lucky to be here, because I wouldn't be here physically otherwise. Very, very fortunate, very lucky, and I'm very lucky my wife saved my life in that aspect as well. So, jumping right into it. So this is actually what happened in hospital. So I arrived at hospital, and I knew it was going to go either way. So I thought to myself, like, okay, I'll sit here. I'm going to enjoy the moment. And I actually wrote 2 letters. One if I didn't make it, and one if I make it. And so the night before, I actually picked up the Bible. Just one thing, I have never been religious. I've always believed that there was a spirit out there. I have always been spiritual. I did attend church as a young child. We had a church opposite our house in Matamata where we lived growing up, and this is a story for another time actually. Yeah, but anyway, so I always believed there was something there. Always had that inner feeling that there was something. And when things got rough in life, I'd always, just pray to God, say, "Oh God, I'd just love, a better life. Can you please help me?" Things like that. So anyway, the hospital in Sydney was actually the Seventh-day Adventist hospital, the SAN hospital they call it, and very beautiful, beautiful people there. And my surgeon Emily is the very top heart and lung surgeon in Australia. So we were very lucky we picked the best. So during the surgery, so actually before the surgery, I picked up a Bible and I held this Bible and I prayed and I said, Jesus, it's up to you. You can take me now. I've had a good life, and but if you want me, you can take me as well, because I know I've left a legacy of things that I've done in life, and that was it. I went to sleep. They gave me the final injection and wheeled me off into surgery. So during the surgery, I think there was a team of 14 surgeons and different other people caring for me. So they hooked me up to a heart-lung machine. So basically with a heart-lung machine is they're keeping your organs alive. So so my brain was flatlined. My brain was not registering. My heart flatlined. The only thing that's keeping going is the heart-lung machine, circulating the blood, keeping my organs alive. So I can't know anything. Like I say, they had to cut my sternum and open my chest to remove my heart, cut out the valve to install a new cow's valve, actually. I call him Angus. So I've got Angus in there now. He's going all right on Angus. Then also with the aneurysm, they cut the top of the where the aneurysm was, and replaced that and grafted a new tube. Connected. They had to put my chest back together, wire everything back together, and after the surgery, I was in ICU. So I was in ICU, and this is some of the toughest memories in ICU, to tell you the truth, because you're going through these sweats. Sweats are just sweating through your body, and you just don't know if you're actually going to survive or, live. Or nurses would come in, the beepers would go off, beep, 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 because my heart would go into a different rhythm and things, and they'd come rushing into the room and they'd roll you over and they'd just mop your body down, because your body's just like freaking out with whatever's going on inside, and all the time as well. And that took a little while to come right. I think I was in ICU for about 3 or 4 days before they let me up into the wards. So the recovery process is major recovery process. So the first thing is they get you up to walk, get your lungs going, because my lungs obviously had fluid in the bottom of my lungs. You've got to get your lungs going and working. So you'd walk up the hallway and back down, like you have a little walker and you're taking your little trolley with your drip, and you're sort of like, walking up there, and then you come back again. And so that's with the physio person as well. And then they get you doing that, I think it was like 3 or 4 times a day to get you up and moving and things. So towards the end there, they get you to walk some steps. So you walk up these steps, come back down just to get the lungs activated. So whilst all this was going on in hospital, so um, things were happening. So when I came to and back at the ICU, it was like, wow, I had this dream, and I was dreaming during the surgery. And at the stage, I had no idea what a near-death experience was. I thought I was having a dream. So anyway, I talked to my wife on the phone. I think it might have been about the second day after. I told her what happened, and she says, make sure you write it down and date it. And so, me being me, I drew pictures as well and wrote it down and dated it. And then she says, oh, I think you had a near-death experience. And which, like I said, I did not know. But here, so this here, a little bit hard to see, but this is actually what I wrote down in my little picture of what I saw in my dream, which wasn't a dream, when I died. So this is actually what happened, folks. So I was standing back, and I was looking forward, and I could see my body laying on a table. The room and the ceiling was just completely white. Everything was just a glowing white. There were no walls, no ceilings, no nothing. And I was talking to people, and it felt like I was against the back of a wall, and I was talking to people, and I couldn't actually see the people, but we were having a full-on conversation. Whatever we were talking about, I cannot remember, because it's sort of telepathic as well back there. Pardon me. And then when I was looking at my body, I got this huge fright. My soul, my spirit got this huge fright. It's like, what's this? And these three beings in what do I say, like blue robes, beautiful blue robes. You could see them swoosh. Three of them came in from out of the white, and their feet weren't touching the ground. All you can see is the tail of the cloth of their robes, a swoosh coming in. Can't see their faces. All you could see was the back, the hoods. They just swoosh. They came in, and they stood beside the bed where I was lying. And I looked directly across this way, and I saw my dad. And he was standing there. He looked about 30 years old. He was wearing a fawny coloured sort of top. And he, like I say, he looked so young, eh? And Dad actually passed away 5 years ago. And then right beside Dad was my best friend, Tanya Stiles, who I knew for many years. She passed away of cancer 11 years ago now. And Tanya was wearing the same fawny coloured sort of shirt. And Tanya looked about 30 years old as well. But telepathically, looks directly Tanya in the eyes, and she said, everything's going to be okay. Then it was from that point, I left where I was, and I floated up, and I rose up above my body, and looking down on top of my body, I could see at the lower part of my body two of these beings who I guess now you'd say they came from Jesus, and they were from obviously like a higher order in the holy universe, holy heaven, we should say. And their hands was going so fast, and all you could hear was swish, 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 and it was swishing from my sort of my lower stomach abdomen, all around that area, and it was just incredible how fast their hands were going. The other taller one, with also with the blue um, robe, he had his hand in my heart, and his hands in my heart, and he had it looked like a square piece of silver, but shiny in the middle, and he was moving it around and lining it up perfectly. And then he turned and said, um, he said, "I've come to do what I've come to do. You can close them up now." And then it's from that point is I remember waking up in ICU, the nurses wiggling my toes. "Is your name da da da? And where are you?" And like, what the heck? And I was thinking, I'm just woken me up from this awesome dream. So yeah, it's a pretty incredible experience. So after ICU, when I was back in my hospital bed, all I could feel, obviously, you're on morphine, but this has got nothing to do with morphine or drugs, I'll tell you that now. So my whole of my inside of my stomach and all around there was just, it just felt like this glowing white light, just beautiful, full of unconditional love, just this is feeling just like, oh, so beautiful and blissful. And lying there in the bed, and so the nurses, when I left, like the ICU, they're all up and they're all clapping congratulations. And Dennis, my cardiologist, said, "What's going on here? What are you clapping him for?" And they says, "Because he's a good patient." So also, when I was going through what I was going through in hospital, I could still feel this, just this energy, this beautiful energy beside me. And the nurses, I call them angels, and they were angels. So there was one particular nurse who came in on my very last day, and she wore a different blue uniform to the others. And as soon as I saw her, I thought, "Oh, you're an angel." And she was talking, and I was talking, and I remarked on her uniform. And anyway, so colours I do like are blue and yellow. There was no mention, but anyway, she said, "Yes, it's a beautiful blue. I love blue." I said, "Oh, I love blue too." And then as she's got up, she was leaving. She says, "Yes, blue and yellow go together. They're beautiful colours together." And she left, and I never saw her again. So it was my first encounter with an angel. Since then, I've had many encounters with angels, many encounters with lots of things. So, yeah, I guess the other thing too is you just, when I was going through with my recovery, I had to get out there walking, get the lungs moving. I had a pillow all the time. I had to keep on my chest because the pain was just intense. And it took a good year or so to get over this pain in my sternum, because my sternum took a long time to heal. But walking is like, oh, wow, look at those colours. Look at those beautiful, vibrant colours. Look at those flowers. Hear the birds. Oh, they're just so beautiful. It was like music. It was just like God's music. Just all these things, just the connections, and just feeling that, like I say, the energy, that love inside me is just like, wow, this is incredible. So one thing that did happen when I was at home, I got up to go to the toilet as you do. I was looking at my hands, and I was thinking, wow, these hands look so young. Like, are these my hands? which was a little bit odd for me to say. And then I walked into the bathroom and I looked out the window, looked up at the stars, and I said, "Hey, you lot up there, I'm meant to be up there with you. What am I doing down here?" So where that come from, I don't know. Previously, before pre-operation, I definitely wouldn't have ever said anything like that at all. So um, as I was lying in bed recovering, the cats were laying all over me. And then I just like all of a sudden I had this connection with Jesus. I had this connection with Jesus, which before I never had. And so I just started watching videos as if I've been channeled things. And then this is where I bought this beautiful crucifix as well. I was like, man, I need something to as a reminder of my of heaven and Jesus. So I bought this beautiful crucifix, which I never take off, and I'm so proud of it. And so many things happen: synchronicities, white doves, seeing angels, numbers 111, 222, 333, 4445, 55. 555 is one of my favorite numbers. 888. All these numbers popping up, even now. All these numbers popping up. Excuse me. And it's the journey that it's taken me on is you do feel that you do feel that you're not part of this earth. It's probably best way. The feeling is that you are, we are God, and that's the feeling, and we are, because when we're born, we're actually born with the Holy Spirit inside us as well. But it's for us to find that potential within us, and it's been a journey for me. And listening to a lot of near-death experience videos, and I've just been downloaded from above all this information. So one of the things that I do have is I have these healing abilities. So previously I had no healing abilities, but now I have returned. I have these healing abilities with my hands and my mind and my thoughts. And so at first I said to my wife, she had a sore neck. She says, "Oh, it's a bit sore." I said, "Oh, I've got this heat coming out of my hands. So look, we'll try this." She says, "Oh my God, feel the heat coming out of your hands. It's powerful." I was like, "Oh wow, yeah, okay, we'll try that." So it took a little bit of figuring out what to do, but then I learned how to channel. So basically, I won't go into it too deeply, but I can channel, and I can channel directly from the Lord above. I can feel the warmth come through the top of my head. Not that I have no hair these days, so it's probably a little bit easier. Too much hair gel as a young fella, spiking the hair up. But so anyway, but I can feel the warmth. It comes down through the top of my head, and then I can feel right up in here, my third eye, I can feel it start to twitch. And bring that energy down through me, comes into my hand. And I guess consciously, I know it's not me healing. It's coming from above, from the Holy Spirit, from Jesus, is coming down through me for the healings. I'm so blessed for all of this. So my first healing. So we're in Taupo on a Shire retreat, and we had Manu there. Manu's a pretty cool dude, old Manu. So he's one of the master teachers. And I actually got up the first time I shared my story at this retreat, and it's quite amazing, to tell you the truth, because things I guess you don't know about. People in the room said that they could feel my energy actually in the room as well. They could feel my energy, the love and everything in the room. And you sort of think, wow, that's weird, man. I'm just sitting here in a chair meditating, So anyway, so I got up and told my story, and then it was like somebody was speaking to Manu when I got up, and he came over and he says to me, he goes, Robbie, Jesus was with you, man. Jesus was with you when you had your operation. He was with you on the other side. I was like, holy smoke. Wow, that's intense. And I've heard this before, that Jesus was with me, but I didn't physically see Jesus, but I guess he was there. And I guess he is the one who called on the three beings in the blue capes who come swishing into the room for me. So so anyway, as the retreat went on, and then I started to do some healing on different people, just mucking around, on this lady's arm, and somebody else had something else, and you know what I mean. And then Manu says, Robbie, would you mind doing a healing? I said, well, I haven't really done a healing before, but I'll give it a shot. So we went upstairs, and this beautiful view, looking over Lake Taupo up there. So Manu sat in the chair and did my channeling. I did my channeling and cleansing, and so I worked on his head and his back, and just swoosh, swoosh, swoosh down his back like so, down his back like so, and then back around the front, and this went on for a little while, and then cleared all the energy out. And then once it was finished, a bit later, I said, how was that, Manu? And he goes, wow. He goes, well, this is what happened. He goes, I felt my top of my head open. I felt the energy come through. He says he could feel his third eye opening. And if he said, he explained it in this way, it was like he could find, it was like hundreds of hands on his back, unleashing rubber bands, bang, 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 hundreds of hands releasing on his, down his back. And so that was pretty amazing, pretty damn amazing, to tell you the truth. Especially, I guess giving me a chance to do that, because he's a blessed person. He's an Ashaya monk who lives in Spain. He's one of the teachers, and So as far as I know today, last time I did speak to Manu, his back was healed. So it's pretty special when we have gifts like that. So since then, I've also done another healing on my wife with a friend of ours, and a friend of ours, Kim. So Kim does Reiki healing, and so I was introduced through Kim through my wife's friend Rebecca. Beautiful spiritual people as well. So Kim was working up around the top area of my wife Viv, and then I was down the bottom area. So same thing, channeled channeled Jesus' energy again. And the best way to explain, I could just feel it just pulling out like rocks. It felt so heavy, but it was pulling out from my feet like rocks. All this energy, all this unwanted energy, just rocks, just pulling out the rocks and things. And and then Kim was forcing the energy down from up top, and I was removing the rocks, putting them down, and locking them away over there. So since that healing was a couple of months ago now, my wife Viv has done a whole 360. She is just totally changed her personality and everything, and she is really deep into her soma breath work and meditation and the singing bowls, and she's actually studying as a master at the moment. And also too, she's it's really opened I guess her perception's up. She can see the different popping colours and things when she meditates. She has these beautiful connections going on. So yeah, so with both of us, that's the plan. Is we work together as a collaboration to help heal and help you know fix other people, if you want to look at it that way, but also to help people connect with their souls and their spirits, and connect to the universe. Universal consciousness. That's what it's all about. Yeah. So hopefully very soon. Like I said, this is the first video of many videos, and I plan to do a podcast. And what I'd like to do is engage people from around the world, but also New Zealand and Australia. That way there we can interact and build a community, because I don't think there's much of a community down this way, to tell you the truth. But that way there we can just share our stories and share our love, and help heal heal each other, and heal the world. We do have a Facebook and an Instagram page. So the Facebook page is called Turn Your Life into Living. Instagram page is Spiritual Inspirations 888. It was actually Spiritual Inspirations .888. So it all encompasses everything together. So Turn Your Life into Living. So if you break down the words like your life and living, your life and living, think about those three words, and this is what it's all about: your life and living. So this is what we'd like to, I guess, teach people, and help people living in the matrix, getting out of the matrix. We've all gone through awakenings and ascensions and dark nights of the souls, and it's about all of us working together as a community, working forward to a better life, and better life for everyone, and living a better life, living a healthy life, living a spiritual life, which is very important, and having that connection to the powers, the kingdom above, if you'd like to say. Like I say, I've never been religious, but I am spiritual, and I tell you, there's definitely a Jesus. Definitely a Jesus. There's definitely a Holy Spirit, and they're all here looking after us. So you just got to remember those things as well. So I guess from my side of things, how do we get here? So I guess the other thing too is I've been unsure to share my story, because you hear a lot of negativity. And that's one thing I actually can't handle now, is people's negativity, or negativity of the world. That's one thing that does get to me. I've always been very positive, to tell you the truth. No matter what I've gone through my life, I've always had to dig a hole and get out of it and keep going, because you know that you never had any support. You had to do it yourself. So so it's so I hope to once I figure out this YouTube, how this YouTube thing works as well. Like I say, I see some people do some fantastic videos out there, the way they do their bits and pieces and the fancy things and bells and whistles, and but end of the day, the way I look at it is, you can have all the fancy bells and whistles and things, but it's about how you come across. Can you educate people? We'll do a few different videos, like I guess on the phone, walking out in nature, just having a bit of a chat, look around, just showing what life's all about, and enjoying pets. We've got 7 cats and 1 Labrador. So the cats are very spiritual. They're all cheeky little monkeys, and they're all beautiful. And Arnie, he's just a big lover. He's such a cool boy. He's 10 years old now, so he's starting to get a little bit on. But that's where it comes down to things. Is actually So this is why I'm here now, because I guess I've come out of the fear of what people will think. You're crazy woo man. So yeah, but it's not about that anyway. So yeah, I know different people have dropped off, different friends, because I do motorsport. I've been heavily involved in motorsport all my life, and there's a lot of people who don't understand. But that's that's up to them. This is this is my journey, and the journey's about loving people, um, loving people, and getting out there enjoying life. And then when you talk about fear, yes, that was a fear I did have, but I do not have any fear of dying. There's no fear of dying. I'm not scared of anything, to tell you the truth. I guess, even driving down the road, a car will pop out. It's like, whereas, excuse me, before I'd get a fright. None of that happens now. It's like, oh, yeah, just cruise through. And then I was told, God, Robbie, you need to just get with it. The world is just not full of unicorns and rainbows. You just need to get with reality. And you know what? I can't get with reality because I do live in a different, I would say, dimension now, full of love. Love everybody, love everything. And that's me now, eh? So, anyway, finishing up, like I say, first video. So, if you could please like and subscribe. And like I say, this is a bit of work in the background sorting these videos out. But if you could like and subscribe and share, and hopefully we can interact and get out there and enjoy our lives. That's what it's all about. So yeah, so the plan is to, like, later on, we'd like to be, things proceed, I suppose, we'd like to be doing more talks and public speaking, and definitely more healing. I can actually do healing, how do you say it, remote healing. There you go. I can actually do remote healing as well, and one-on-one healing. Then once Viv has done her thing too, she can do her side of things, would be like taking bookings, appointments and things like that, for her as well. So the easiest way to get hold of us, to tell you the truth, is my email. So the email is spiritual.inspirations888@gmail.com. So send us an email, drop us a line, even just wanted to have a chat. Yeah, it's all cool. That's what it's all about, man. It's all cool. It's all fun. Nothing serious about it. Just that's why we're here. We're here to have fun and enjoy our lives, and get on and build a community. And let's make this world a better world. That's what it's all about. Yeah. So I'll sign off now. So peace out. Love and peace to you all, everybody, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you for listening to. See you later. Bye.